Hello, fine dwarves. Welcome back to the stream. Now, this is not going to be a particularly long stream. Actually, I've promised this before, and it's turned out to be a complete lie. I think last time I said short stream ended up being like 3 hours. However, I have a party to get to, so I'm thinking an hour? Yeah, that's my guess. My goal is an hour. So let us do some dwarvy things. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got going on. I have a lot planned out, not much built here. We got our magma stuff up and running. Wonderful. There's a volcano. And we have a little bit of some magma engineering done, which we're going to do a lot more of soon. Alright. So we have a couple things we could tackle in the hour we have together. One thing we can tackle is we can... I apologize if you hear a dog barking. I cannot help that, sadly. Maybe I should get some noise canceling stuff like some foam. Okay, anyway. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, let's see what we can tackle today. So we have an obsidian farm we can build. We can start building a obsidian farm, which I was thinking of doing in this section of this underground level. The second thing we can start on is building a water pumping station down here south. There's an aquifer down here. I also want to breach the caverns at some point. We're going to need a way to get water. So water pumping is another thing we could focus on. Another thing we can work on is a transit system, because right now my farm is 50 Z levels away from my main base at the moment. And all three of these tasks, the obsidian farm, transit system, and the water pumping, need to be achieved before we can get to the point of this series, which is building a tower. And the tower would appear right over here. This is where we put our tower. So we have quite a lot of work cut out for us. What I'm going to start with is actually, I think, our food and drink. Okay, despite the fact our dwarves have to walk a long distance between these two places on the map, our food and drink is pretty well situated for now. We were running low last time, but now we're good. So I'm going to ignore the transit system for now, and let's see if we can get a water pumping facility down south. So I'm thinking if the farm's up here, then the water pumping can go down here. So let's get some miners. And we're going to start digging down. I'm thinking right around here, right next to this camel. So let's get stairs, 2 by 2, and let's go down, I want to say, let's go down to Z level 30. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't remember the ranges on the cavern layers. They can appear in sort of all sorts of places, and I don't quite remember the ranges. So it'll be kind of a surprise to us when we hit them. All right, cool. We have a guy coming. We're gonna start digging those stairs. At some point, I expect to hit the aquifer relatively quickly. So we'll see how that turns out. So far, not hitting it. Oh, there we go. The aquifer starts at level 46. Okay, so that probably means, yeah, so they canceled the dig here. We have sandstone and magnetite above it, so I'm not expecting, because the worst thing can happen, well, not worst thing, but one thing that can happen is if your aquifer layer is in soil, then you can't just smooth the walls to get out of the aquifer layer. You need to actually, what was I going to say? If you want to deal with an aquifer layer in soil, you need to replace the wall with rock. However, if it's a rock wall that's in the aquifer, you could just smooth it. So that works too. All right, so this is our aquifer layer. Now, the thing is the aquifer is going to be a rather poor source of water for us, at least easily, because it takes a long time for an aquifer to actually fill up a void. Now, I think the aquifer is an infinite source of water, or at least I've heard that they can be. So that really, yeah, I'm not entirely sure of the mechanics there. I know you can drain out certain kinds of aquifers, but I don't know enough to say which is which. So we're gonna wing it. I'm gonna kind of wing it. Okay. One idea to actually get a decent amount of water in an aquifer out, though, is you dig long channels in the aquifer, and hopefully the aquifer fills things up. Now, the problem with doing this is currently in the game, when you try to dig into an aquifer, it stops your dwarves, right? They start digging and it cancels it. So you have to always, basically every tile needs to be set to a dig order twice. There's currently no method to tell them to ignore the aquifer warning, which is a shame because that'd be a nice quality of life issue. Right now, building in an aquifer is very tedious. One way around this, though, is you dig the one layer above the aquifer and you channel down. Okay? This means that you can freely channel all the levels. I think this is how this will work. And by doing that, the aquifer will naturally start to fill up the empty space you've made. So that's what we're going to do for one method of getting water, because we're going to need a lot of water. I assume we're going to need more than just the aquifer here, so we're probably going to need the cavern layers as well. We don't have a source, we don't have a river, so we don't have a continuously flowing source of water from outside the map. So this will be rather challenging because, again, we need to get enough obsidian to make our tower. All right, let's start on, I guess we're going to focus on the pumping station today. Our pumping station will probably have two pieces to it. The aquifer, which is slow going, right? It's going to fill in slowly, and the cavern part of the pumping, which hopefully would be an infinite source. I'm going to develop both, and basically one can serve as a backup for the other. So in case the caverns don't work out, because some of the caverns are dry, then we'll have to rely on the aquifer. If the caverns turn out to be plentiful in water, then the aquifer part was just a fun engineering bit and just a supplement. But anyway, let's work on water pumping, because that will be a good use of our time, I think. Okay, so we hit the aquifer layer at level 46. So now in level 47, if I remember correctly, we can channel down into 46 from above. So let's start. This will be interesting. We have lots of room. Let's start with a an entrance room. How did I do the pattern of rooms here? I did 2 hallways and then a double hallway around it. Okay, that's going to follow. That's going to be like our architecture for this map. So I'm going to try to keep that pattern in our games. I like the idea that we're following some sort of Dwarven rules for building. This is just how we normally build stairways. This is, I mean, I don't know what the culture of our dwarves is, but let's just pretend that this is the architecture that they follow for staircases. And then what we want is we're going to make large channel rooms. And I think, man, I don't know the extent of the aquifers. This will be interesting. This will be almost like clear-cut mining, but from up above. So this will be a little bit different than normal mining. So we'll see how this works. I haven't done this before, so honestly, I'm just brainstorming here on a way to get water. And the thing with aquifers is the light aquifers is they're slow filling. So my thinking here is we need large expanses of channels so they fill up. So we're gonna try to exploit that. We'll see how this goes. At least at the end it might look cool. So, you know, we'll see how this goes. This is almost going to remind me of like, this is going to be a pretty big industrial job, I think. Ooh, winter is upon us. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that reminds me. We had an artifact made. Tossid, a carpenter, made a artifact for us. It was an apple wood splint. Not always the artifacts you're going to get are useful. So sadly, we got... Okay, let's take a look at this guy. We have Gulf Cloistered the Nullbird. I mean, that's a fine name. I have no idea how to pronounce the Dwarven name of this. Well, we got Noleth, Odom, Rodim, Landlar. All right. Worth 2,000? You know, not bad for a Applewood Splint relic. Okay. All Crash Dwarf's ship is of the highest quality, is decorated with applewood. Object menaces with spikes of applewood. On the item is the image of a long-nosed gar. I have no idea what a long-nosed gar is in applewood. I like how here's just like I'm imagining. Like I want like if one of our dwarves needs a crutch, right? It's a splint. This isn't even a crutch. Okay, a crutch at least could be kind of cool, like you carry it around, right? If you lost your leg. But this is a splint. This is a temporary item. Are these consumed? Oh, hey, Late Doomer, what's up? Aquifer took about a year to fill... Oh, interesting. Well, let me just read the comments here. So, Late Doomer is saying, Aquifer took about a year to fill up 7 water levels from 2 Z level deep light aquifer. Never tried a naturally filled aquifer well. Texas freshwater fish. It's weird. Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you, Late Doomer. Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm honestly thinking our aquifer water farm is going to not necessarily be the best way to do things. I'm gonna try it because I haven't done it before, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But like our commenter said, it's probably gonna be really slow. So, you know, and I don't know if we're evil dwarves. Are we patient? I don't know. I'm probably gonna need to dig into the cavern layer. That's probably the best way to do this. Here, while that's also going, let's work a little bit on the my dwarf psychology, right? Most of them, no one's really upset yet. We got a few people that are kind of unhappy. Most people are neutral. That's fine. I got a very simple dormitory. Let's build a I'm thinking we should work on a bedroom of some kind. So let me think. The entrance to our facility. Okay. Freshwater fish. They're predatory. They live in brackish water. Interesting. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's look up if the creator of the artifact actually likes that kind of thing. Because usually the people who make artifacts, they are... Does it say who made it? I got a notification for it. Tosid. Look up Tosid. Where are you, Tosid? There you go. Alright, usually it'll say if they like that kind of thing. So long-nosed gar is what we're looking for. She wants to make a family. Preferences. She likes hemp paper, apparently. She likes bristleworm devils for their horrifying features. I had bristleworm devils attack one of my previous forts, and man, their acid blood completely ruined so much. They were very hard to kill. In fact, we didn't even kill all of them. They eventually retreated. The words of the 10 Brownest poem and the sound of the pregnant silkiness. All right, you do you, girl. When possible, she prefers to consume apple cider. She absolutely detests slugs. Okay. I didn't see a thing about long-nosed gars or whatever fish Weird. I had a dude who like absolutely hated brown recluse spiders, and so his artifact was a statue of one. It was kind of cool. Like just making an item of something you hate. I feel like that requires passion. Anyway, so here's our entrance right now. This is our at least one of our entrances to our fort. And right now we're not doing anything in the upper layer. So what I'm thinking is we have one of these layers be a... Okay, so the industrial layer... Okay, we got a supply layer, industrial layer, magma layer. I'm thinking above the supply layer is where we can start putting some bedrooms, I think. Yeah, and you know what I think would be kind of cool? If all the bedrooms are along the volcanic rim. Like, wouldn't that be super cool? I think at some point, this would be really neat to, like, drain the lava tube and repump it. So you could put glass windows. I don't know, is glass magma safe? I don't think it is. I mean, could you imagine having natural heating and lighting through, like, I don't know, magma safe windows? I don't know, that... At best, we can do heaters, right? Because the rooms would have warm rock at their edge, and we could have them. We could have like heaters in our rooms, right? That'd be pretty fancy. Scott says, "Awesome! I started Volcanic Fort recently as well. Got a caravan of elves who demanded I trade them at least 3,000 worth of items before giving me anything. Elves are the worst." Won't disagree there. In fact, if you were watching any of the previous stream we've been doing, the one export that this fort is going to make is because we have a prodigious lead supply, is we're going to make lead toys. And my hope would be to sell them to lead children. Sorry. My hope would be to sell lead toys to elf children. So, yeah. You know, the funny thing is, like, in half of my games, I end up with lots of elves in my military, because I usually run a tavern, and I'm just too nice, and I let them in on citizenship requests. But anyway, I'm thinking we do a... yeah, so above the supply layer, let's start building our... you know, actually... Let me think. Okay, so this part here, that's like blue, is not meant to be... I'm not meant to excavate this area. The idea here is I just want to know where my pit is, because at some point we're going to have invaders, and I want to have a pit, a death pit for them to fall into. So I just marked off where the death pit will be. So if I use the layer here, I need to dig north to avoid getting in the way of my potential death pit, or like, you know, enemy captivity area. But, you know, thinking about it, having my dwarves live near where they'll hear the screams of their enemies sounds pretty good to me. So, you know, maybe that's a good thing. That's a great idea. I'll do the same. Another caravan stops by. Yeah, as sadly, lead doesn't have any health consequences right now, so you're not like, you know, going to slowly give lead poisoning to the elf children, but sadly, I know, sadly, but but it's funny. It's really funny. Okay, so let's dig north. So I want to mine. Enough talking. Let's mine a little bit. I haven't been paused, so luckily our water channeling area has probably been digging out for a while now. We're gonna follow the same little architecture motif I've been doing, which is fine. That would mean like this. At some point, it'd be nice if we had like circle tools, you know, drawing nice circles. On a fort I wasn't streaming on, I was very meticulous and planning out these like really good organic patterns for mining, but I don't want to necessarily have you guys watch paint dry as I like fiddle with all of the shapes to get everything good. But what I want to do is actually have rooms. So let's do a little bit of planning. bedrooms along the volcanic rim. I think that'll be good. It'll be like basically self-heating in the rooms. I don't know if the dwarves will appreciate that, but that might be kind of cool. Late Doomer says, have you played Myths and Mythos? I think it's a mod on the Steam Workshop, right? At least right now. I think it's actually an older mod, but is that what you're referring to, the mod? I have not. The only mod I've played so far is the one that gives me the hotkeys. Some of the early beast attacks are different. A lich proved too strong. Yeah, no, actually, at some point, I actually want to do a modding series here on the channel. Because I've played a little bit with the raws, and I think it'd be super... Also, I do art. Like, I don't know if anyone actually goes to my channel, you'll notice that Dwarf Fortress for me is rather new, right? Like, I haven't... Most of my stuff is music and art. And I think it would be really cool is to maybe combine the two interests. So I might do a mod series at some point where we draw dinosaur sprites and then make raws for dinosaurs and make our own little mod on this channel. I think that'd be really friggin' cool. Because yes, there's so many wonderful mods for this game. So let's by the way, let me combat. Elephant fighting a horse. I've never seen this. A stray yak cow has been stung by a honeybee. Okay. Oh man, we're really getting more elephants, man. These elephants are fecund, to use a obscure word. These elephants are making all kinds of babies. Yeah, alright. Our military will have a good surplus of 4 elephants. It'll be great. I've never seen this icon before, though. Stung by a bee. That's funny. Alright. Let's see. Probably the elephant's fine. I don't think a yak cow can... I think there's a horse. Do we have any others? Oh, these are wild horses. Okay. Wild horses. Late Doomer asks, can dwarves mount animals in unmodded? I don't think so. I think that should be something we add in. I don't know how to do that, but because in my head I had this idea that we'd have war elephants. So we would, like, the dwarves would ride the elephants into battle. I know elves can mount creatures, because I've been attacked by elves mounted on grizzly bears before. So I know the code exists in the game, the functionality for it. Elves and humans and goblins can in vanilla. Okay, so the only race that can't are dwarves, apparently. Okay, that seems to be... At some point, I'm going to do a stream where instead of playing the game, we're going to brainstorm some things for mods. One of them I want is lots more trainable animals. I want to do things like have lots of mythical creatures added to the game. I also want dinosaurs. What else I had in mind? I wanted to add some more weaponry. Oh, I wanted to add guns. So like muskets and... I'm going to lower my sensitivity here. Muskets and like blunderbusses and just like... I don't want like super modern technology, but I was thinking like, 14th century, 15th, 16th century, maybe 15th century is as late as we want to go. Like, for example, when Constantinople fell in 1453, I think. When was it? Hey, Jules, welcome to the stream. Dude, Jules here. They've been following my channel a lot. They're like super fan. I keep noticing them. Anyway, thanks for joining. But anyway, saying, so when Constantinople fell in 1453, I think. Was it Mehmet II? I think Mehmet II of the Ottoman Turks. Man, I might get my history wrong here. Anyway, when he attacked Constantinople, he brought down its massive walls with cannons. I'm thinking, and then I think a few generations after that, you have the first guns being produced in Europe. So my thinking here is that would be like a good maybe cutoff for technology for a mod for this game. Like that would be very cool, I think, to have like simple, um, like gunpowder weapons. So on so things like cannons, simple hand weapons. I think that'd be very neat to add to the game. I think I read an interview with Tarn where he was talking about a technological cutoff for the game, and to me, I think he wanted like nothing to pass the late medieval period, if I remember what he said correctly. And I was thinking just moving that ever so slightly above. Anyway, I think that would be very cool for a future project for this game. Let me clear my notifications here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't have the mod where your notifications like pause the game or anything. So if I miss something important, you know, that can happen. We talked about the artifact. Everything's good. Okay, yeah. Calves. Okay, so we got twin elephants out. Very cool. Poor elephant mother. Giving birth to two elephants? Is that even a thing? I thought elephants only ever brought one calf to term. Can they have more than one? Okay. Okay, our channeling's going. Let me go back to making bedrooms. That's the thing. Bedrooms are lacking for us. We just don't have bedrooms. Let's see. Where was I building my bedrooms? Here, this is the level. It was 109. Okay. So let's build a hallway. And actually, let me think. I like 3x3 bedrooms personally. So my thinking is we kind of... Yeah, this is working out well. We're going to line... You know, this will be an irregular shaped bedroom of slightly larger size. This will be like a hallway section, have a bedroom here, bedroom here. Let's have an extra big bedroom. I don't know who's going to live here, but somebody important. This will be like an apartments area. Our most... Yeah. Actually, this would be really great because we can have multiple levels. Because, right, the volcanic tube is very high up. So we could have like multiple levels of apartment buildings, apartment levels for the dwarves, for their bedrooms. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Yes, don't dig into the magma layer. Very bad. You know, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if doing just 3x3s looks a little boring. Like, maybe just have some of the rooms follow the natural curvature of the magma tube. Looks neater. We'll leave these alone. I don't want to redo them. That's going to be a pain. But we can do a little bit more to make the rooms feel more interesting. So we do something like this, where the room kind of hugs the volcanic chamber. Goes, and we're gonna do it all the way around the ring. I think that's good for now. We only have like 20 dwarves. I don't know. This is a decent amount of bedrooms, so let's run with this. I'm not gonna put a bedroom here in this bottom right corner because this is actually connected to our magma engineering area. So what I might do is put like an auxiliary tunnel here in case my dwarves need to have access to this area. Okay, so now we need to think of a way. What kind of hallway structure are they going to have? So they're going to have to get to those bedrooms. Well, I always like double hallways. So let's just do double hallways. Technically, you can get away with just, you know, single hallway. Hey, how do you do the hallway? How will you do the hallway? Yeah, that's... It's gonna look a little weird, maybe a little jank, but hopefully So, like, if we think about it, these could be entrances here. Oh, this is the edge of the map. Okay, I need to be careful. Everything here is the edge of the map. So, let's get rid of these. I want to just remember that. Oops. Okay. So no rooms there. This is gonna go around. It'll give the dwarves a little bit farther to walk than I like, but I think it'll work out. It might take a while to dig too, now that I think about it. Efficiency is not necessarily a priority at the Dark Tower. Just saying. Okay, I'm probably reaching the edge of the map there, so that's probably as good as we're gonna get for over here. Let's do like that. Let's have a hallway coming off like so. I said I wasn't gonna dig here, but I think it'll be okay. This is probably like maybe a minor official's room. All right, I think that's good enough for now. We're just gonna let that go. Yeah, so at some point people will come dig this. Let's make sure we have enough furniture and stuff. I don't know if I've been building chairs or anything. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do my hotkeys again. There we go. We got barrels. We have doors. Okay, I did make some stuff in preparation for this. So we have some beds. Yeah, this is enough for some simple rooms. In fact, I'm running out of space. Let's make. I think this side was originally going to be a gemstone pile of some kind. All right, you. Let's make you stone. And yeah, so custom. We'll do. So stone and ore and gems, cut or uncut, that's fine. I think that'll be good. Bars and blocks. I think for now, this one's gonna have to, well, let me think. I probably don't want bars and blocks and stone to be in the same pile. Yeah, no, we're gonna remove stone for now, and this will be bars and blocks and gems. And we're gonna make a stone pile somewhere else. Oh, no, did I do that? Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, so this guy will be bars and gems. That'll be the pile. Temporary arms, assorted goods. Okay. Some of your hallway curves aren't too wide. Yes, that's probably true. No, I think we got it mostly. Oh, well, this one's only one, you're right. This is not going to be the most high traffic of places, so a few outliers is, I think I'll be okay with. The thing's going to really take a long time is actually engraving things, because that always is... That's always going to take a while, doing smoothing and whatnot. A few of these rooms are going to leave vacant for a time, because I'm probably not going to want to fill them yet. Our manager is going to need an office. Actually, now that I think about it, how is our work orders going? No active work orders. If I were to set one, though, I don't think it would work, because our population is too high. I need an office space. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. This room right here that I just dug out, this will be the manager's room, and we'll give him an office. So this will be his bedroom and his office. Because I want... I think... Yeah, no, this will work. Okay, so let's do smoothing here. We'll smooth all of this. And this will be the manager's place. This will work out well. We'll give the manager a slightly nicer room, I think. Some more smoothing to do. And while we're doing that, let's get some engraving going. I'm just going to engrave... Oh, actually, I think about it. Settings. I'm going to set engravings to start obscured. That changes nothing for the sprite version of this game, but it makes things easier for ASCII. So if we're playing in ASCII, the engraving doesn't clutter things up. So I think that will be under game settings, I think. Temperature... Let's see. Engravings start obscured, yes. I think, if I remember correctly, how this works is if you're in ASCII mode, which I sometimes like to play in, if you start engraving things, it will show up as symbols, right? Like if there's a picture of a dwarf that's engraved, it'll show up as a dwarf icon in the engraving for ASCII mode. But that clutters the image up, makes it kind of hard to tell what's going on. So what I'd like to do is... Yeah, everything's good. What I'd like to do is have the engravings not show up in ASCII mode. But if I remember correctly, if you engrave and then toggle the setting, it doesn't hide the engravings again, which is a real pain, because you can't just flip it. Alright. For your benefit, I will not play in ASCII mode right now, but if people like ASCII mode, I think ASCII mode's cool. By the way, this is all marble. Smoothed marble. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's get some engravings going. What I might do, actually, I'll engrave that guy's walls, but let's see. I probably won't engrave all of the walls. That's going to take a very long time to do. And also, one thing you can do is you can just min-max, right? You can just engrave everything and smooth everything. I like to be more choosy on that kind of thing. Like, I want to engrave certain areas. I want not just mass engraving. So these guys are engraving the walls, that's fine. But we're going to do some custom engraving along the floors. But we're going to do kind of like along the edges. Like that. We'll do some on this room. And I think we can always come back and do more. We can do sort of these nice little like backwards, or these kind of like engraving in a certain shape. You know, like there's a little bit of design flair to it. We're choosing where we're engraving. I don't know if that means anything. I just think it's fun to do that. Because otherwise, you just engrave everything, right? More value to the room, more happy thoughts to your dwarves. You could just engrave everything, and the only thing it costs you is time. But I like to be a little bit more choosy. Okay, let's see. That bedroom's done. Smoothing, though, I like to smooth everything, if I can. I think it just looks nicer. Very cool. Give water, no water source. Yeah, we need to really get a water source going. So what I might do is start that channeling business. I don't know who needs water, though. Miner says give water, but I don't think I have any wounded. I don't have a hospital, so, but I don't think I have any wounded. Is anyone dying? I just realized that there's not really a good way to check if people are wounded except clicking on them. So I don't know if someone is actually hurt. I don't think anyone's hurt. Anyone resting, not working? Sleep? How's your health? No, everything's good. We should probably make a hospital, though, at some point. Alright, let's get these bedrooms going. So, let's do a little bit of build furniture. No, we want doors. Closest material, keep building. Door, door, Dora the Explorer. Okay, there we go. Door, door. Alright, that's a good number of doors to start with. Build furniture's bed. Okay. Bed. 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 Alright, some bedrooms. And let's put some chests and cabinets. Perfect. A couple of these bedrooms I'll fill in later, but I think that's good for now. Build furniture, and we want cabinets. Man, I'm really liking this marble layer. I think that looks really nice. I'm digging that. All right. A little bit more smoothing on this room is needed. Okay. And let's get some more engravings going. I don't know if they can engrave under that chest, because that chest might block that, but we'll see how this works. Actually, how does that look in ASCII mode now that I can check? Oh, it works. Cool, because that's like all engraved around the walls, and now it's obscured. So I can clearly see where the walls start and end. Okay, that's good. Perfect. What would they make? Engraved in the walls image of Melist the Amusing, the deity of games, depicted as a female dwarf, and 3 dwarves by Maful Orunib. Melast the Amusing is striking a triumphant pose. Melast the Amusing is surrounded by the 3 dwarves. Oh, I love that. That's great. That's wonderful. The only problem is my dwarves need to be evil and vile and not like fun and games. So, I know a deity I'm not building a temple to. Image of the moon. Image of a splint. Okay, what's with this guy in splints? Tacit is the guy who made the artifact splint for us, and now he's engraving pictures of splints. Does he just like splints? That's so bizarre. Okay. Garden cress. A leek. Here we go. Engraved on the wall is an exceptionally designed image of... Oh, now that I'm thinking about it. Is there anything happening? Give water. Masterpiece. Kogan has engraved a masterpiece. Okay, let's try to find that masterpiece in a moment. Kogan, I think, is our master engraver. So we'll check him out in a moment. Okay. Exceptionally designed image of Sibric, Page Lures the Dwarf, and Dwarves by Kogan Zimdusim. Sibric, by the way, Sibric is our expedition leader. So Kogan here is making an image of his leader. Sibric is surrounded by dwarves. The artwork relates the selection of the dwarf Sibric to the position of the expedition leader of the Dark Hammers in the early winter. Yeah, okay, cool. So literally, he's commemorating this event, which, as Sibric is our manager, he's going to have this bedroom and office. So he's going to pass by this exceptionally designed portrait of himself in his own house. So that's awesome. I'm not sure why it's called the Bloated Swords, but, you know. Let's see, was this the masterpiece? Hold on, let me get out of ASCII mode real quick so I can zoom in. So what we want is... Does it say if something's a masterpiece? Chickpea. Oh, I can't. Okay, hold on. Click. Melist the Amusing. 2 celery stalks. I don't think if you have masterpiece quality things, there's any way to list them. So I don't know. The thing is, if we look at it, the Engravers tab, under Labor. Yeah, Kogan is the one guy who knows what he's doing, and everyone else is an idiot. So if I really wanted to be smarter, I should probably make a specific detail for engraving. So all of these like novices don't just make crappy engravings. So actually, let's do that. We're going to set engraving to a set of specific people. I'm going to have these people be my engravers. So Sibrick, Moses, Kogan, the other Moses, and Farmer Brown, who's our broker. Laughing Sasquatch. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but I'm sure it's something dwarfy. Okay. So I'm just curious to see if that masterpiece is here. It's a little bit tedious. Laughing Sasquatch for a new image. Sorry, Late Doom, I'm not quite following. Oh, one was named the Laughing Sasquatch. Is that what you're saying? Ooh, the Dark Slayer. Engraved is Lolar Udist rendition of the Dark Slayer, a finely designed image of a warhammer, a dwarf and a human. The dwarf is raising the warhammer. The dwarf is striking down the human. The image is the symbol of the Dark Hammer. Yeah, this is the symbol we designed in a previous stream. So our dwarves also make images of our yeah, that's cool. The Goose of Kindling. Exceptionally designed image. I'm looking for masterpiece. I think this is exceptionally designed just means it's like second or third tier from best, and then masterpiece is top tier. Because we only got one notification for a masterpiece. Right? Yeah, we only got one, but we found several exceptionally great engraved things. Oh. Image of Kumil, Wheelstart, the dwarf, and Onu Forded Will, the heliotrope, the rock by Coke. Okay, so we got a rock, right? Giant eagle bird thing. I commission things to inspire fear in my enemies, like a Sasquatch impaling a goblin on a pine tree or something like that. Yes, I do occasionally commission. Actually, so this is something you guys might not know. You can commission engravings. So in fact, let's do that. Let's commission an engraving. So let's get G engraving and let's put it in one of the new bedrooms here at the foot of the bed. Okay, now if I remember correctly, there's a way, now that I've set, okay, so let me talk through what I'm doing. Right now, this engraving is set to whatever. Whoever comes to engrave this, they'll make an image of their choosing. We can commission a specific engraving by, I'm not sure how, let's figure it out together. If I right-click on it, nope, that doesn't work. It's still under engravings. G, maybe? Oh, here we go. Cool. Okay. So let's talk through how to do this. Okay. It's a little non-intuitive. I said engrave this square. Now I'm going to get out of the engraving menu and I'm going to click on that same square. Now it says engraving smooth. So this is the job, which is not done yet. I'm going to specify an image and let's pick let's specify a new one. Okay, so let's have a Sasquatch impaling a goblin on a tree. So what we need is a Sasquatch. The Sasquatch. Yes, there is Sasquatches. Okay, cool. Sasquatch. We need a goblin. And let's do a pine tree. Pineapple plant. Yes, a pineapple plant. Instead of a pine tree, a pineapple plant. Okay, there's an image of a Sasquatch, a goblin, and a pineapple plant. I could have picked tree, so then I could have gotten a pine tree. Okay, but pineapple plant it is. Action and relationship. We need impaling. I know impaling's a thing. hanging from, impaled on. Oh, how about this? The goblin is impaled on the pineapple tree, and now the Sasquatch is laughing. There we go. Perfect. It is an image of a Sasquatch, a goblin, and a pineapple tree. The goblin is impaled on the pineapple tree, the Sasquatch is laughing. Perfect. I love it. Let's name it. Let's call it the... yeah. The shank. We'll call it the pineapple shank. How about that? Let's try to do that. So we need the pineapple. Pine. The pine. We need pineapple, so hyphen compound. Pineapple. The pine, so is it the second one? Something needs to be apple. There we go. The pineapple, and then of shanking, maybe? The pineapple of shanking? Shanks? Shanking. The pineapple of stabbing. How about that? I don't want to waste too much time finding the perfect word, but the pineapple of stabbing works perfectly. Done. Done. All right, so somebody's going to come make that image for us. Armok, help us. Yes. By the way, if anyone's curious, the other thing you can commission for images is if you make a work order for statues. So if I commission rock statues, and sure, let's commission some rock statues. This button here, this inspect magnifying glass, allows me to specify the stone in image. I can pick like exactly what stone. So I want marble. So marble. I want marble statues. So marble statues, and I want images. So we need images of... Okay, so there's a dragon in my game world who killed my first fortress. Let's make statues to that dragon. So let's make a new image. Our existing image. Can I look up? Is it hot flame? No. Okay, those are existing images. I didn't mean to back out. Okay. Specify image related to a historical figure. Hot flame. Yeah, his name is Hot Flame, by the way. There he is. Hot Flame the Silvery. So I want 10 statues of Hot Flame the Silvery in honor of his high temperature fire breathing skills. Cool. So now they'll make statues for us of the dragon. Excellent, excellent. Let's zone these, by the way, as bedrooms. So B, nope, I want zone, and there's no hotkey to select bedroom. Multi, and there we go. Make some more bedrooms. Perfect. And there we go. Done. All right, this bedroom here, we're going to shrink. I don't want it to be the full room because this is going to be an office. Oh, no, 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 no. I did it backwards. Don't erase. This is the bedroom. This is the part that's the office. Normally, I would make 2 rooms separated by a door, but I forgot to do that. So what we'll do is... yeah, let's do the bedroom as this little area, and then this part will be the office. So done. Now I need to make a bedroom. Or no, an office. And that'll be here. Select a room which contains chairs and... oh, it's not... okay, I need tables and chairs. So build furniture and table. I don't have any tables. Dang. Okay, let's make some tables. Rock tables. I don't care what they're made out of, just rocks. Alright, let's just let that go forward a little bit. Because this guy's gonna need. Okay, hold on. Let me assign this bedroom, by the way, to Sibrek. I think Sibrek is also our manager. He's not just our expedition leader. Yes. Okay, cool. So he needs an office. So I need a table. Make me a table. I'm always paranoid when it's saving, because it wasn't after this patch, but after the first patch of this game, my game would crash at the end of savings. But I was also building on the ocean, so I'm not sure if those had anything to do with it. I have 3 drinks. That's not good. Oh boy. I just realized. Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. I neglected my dwarves. Add new task. Brew drink from plant. Make that important. Someone go do that now. I just looked up there and just saw literally the number 3, and I'm like, oh crap. Spring has arrived. No water source. Okay, let's... Is somebody sick? Give water, give water, give water, give water, give water. Yeah, something is up. I'm missing something there. Something is not. I'm not understanding. And we never found Kogan's masterpiece. It's like, oh, it's here. No, it can't be that. Oh, we found it. The Coven of Chanting. Engraved on the wall is a masterfully designed image of Toon Glaze Catches, the dwarf and Eru wilderness certain. A wildness certain. The Fin of Nature, the Rock of Koken. Eru wildness certain. The Fin of Nature is striking down Toon Glaze Catches. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf by the rock. In the spine of Foundling in the year 67 or 65. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really want to go into Legends mode and find that event, you know? I like how it's called the Coven of Chanting. I'm just imagining, like, where they're like, was this like some mortal combat where his allies were chanting his name as the rock slew him in single combat? I don't know. Just imagining how that battle could have gone. Speaking of which, at least let's make a water source. I'm going to channel... Ooh, what's this? Jet walls. Okay. So I need... So assuming the aquifer is below... Actually, no, what we're going to need is we're going to need doubles, I think. Yeah, it can't just be singles. We'll do 3. I haven't quite worked out how I want to do the channeling design for this yet. But what I will want is... What I'll probably do is channel 2 out and leave a walkway. That's what I'm thinking. I hope this aquifer is big. I have no idea if it has a decent size. And hopefully it's not, like, dirty water or salt water or something. All right. All right, here we go. Hopefully this starts filling up with water. Yeah, this aquifer doesn't cover all of this terrain. You can see here, this part is not connected immediately to that part of the aquifer. This might take a long time to channel out, or to fill. Like the guy in chat was saying, a light aquifer does not fill fast. Ooh. You're thirsty. Oh. Yes. Oh, did I not set... I set that thing to repeat, right? Brew? Brew, drink from plant, repeat? Yeah. I almost killed my dwarves by running out of alcohol, man. What kind of horrible person am I? At least we have lots of elephants. Oh, it's okay. It's starting to fill. Cool. What is that? 1 out of 7? Oh, this is going to take so freaking long. Yeah. This will give us access to fresh water. However, this is not going to be a source for our obsidian farm. No way. No friggin' way. Yeah, that's going to take... And I can't speed up time. Okay, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe I should have looked for a heavy aquifer rather than a light aquifer. Here's the thing. This game world that I'm running only has one volcano on it, and this was the only aquifer in any distance to it. So, this was as good as it was going to get for this particular game world. In a perfect world, I think a heavy aquifer would have been better. All right. Yeah, I don't remember, because you need quite a bit of water to make obsidian, because if you just pour a little bit of water onto lava, it steams. So you have to, if I remember the procedure correctly, the lava has a temperature that you need to drop sufficiently with the water. So you need to pour enough water on the magma to drop its temperature to solidify. Ooh, a baby was born. Azab, the planner, is giving birth to a boy. Okay. So, we're going to need a lot of water to do this. And the little bit we're going to get from this aquifer is not going to cut it, I don't think. Yeah. On the bright side, we have a water source, though. I mean, this is filling a little faster than I thought it would. So it's not the end of the world. The idea is the more you expose the aquifer, the more chances it has to drop water onto the adjacent tiles. So, it's starting to fill. I'm still gonna try this. This can at least give us some access to water. So, I probably want to think a little bit harder about how I want this to be organized, but this is fine for now. Also, I don't quite know the extent of the aquifer. Yeah, but it's clear to me we're going to go to the caverns for water. Because this is a little bit too slow. Ooh, no migrants? That's unfortunate. I need more hands, more labor. If we run into more lack of migrants problems, I'm gonna start opening a tavern, and we might need to recruit some foreigners. See, being a dwarf is a state of mind. Anybody can be a dwarf. They just need to have the right values. This is a good way to justify the fact that I don't have enough actual dwarves. Alright, channel me. Oops. Channel. What is this? Oh, this is all magnetite, too. Interesting. Lots of magnetite. We have struck milk quartz too. The quartz would be useful because I think we could make glass out of that quartz. And we're going to need a lot of glass. That's a shame that we don't have a heavy aquifer. I always avoided heavy aquifers because they're dangerous, but now that I need one, don't have one. Alright, how's our bedrooms coming? Excellent. Excellent. Alright. What I'll probably do is make some bedrooms on the other side of the hallway as well to fill it out. And then maybe we can pump magma in the floor below to heat those rooms as well. Again, I have no idea if heating a room does anything, if it makes the dwarves happy. I'll have to check out their thoughts, if they like being near warm stone or not. But one of them did say that they like sleeping near a fantastic bedroom, so we're doing something right. Oh, maybe we can at least... Here, how about this? Let's make the office for our manager, and then I actually probably will close out the stream at this point. But let's just finish off the office, I think. So, build furniture table. Oh, no. Let's build furniture table. There we go. Put a table... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a big fat idiot. I need a table so my manager can have an office so he can approve these work orders. And I put the tables under the work order that he can't approve because he doesn't have an office. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out the stream now. I will fix that later. Oh, man. Okay. I had fun. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. Take care, guys. I'm going to sign off.